Hello grade 6! Welcome to your math class. Today, we will discuss reducing fractions to lowest terms. Yes, today, we'll be discussing reducing fractions to lowest terms. I have here some fractions. 2/3, 15 over 20, we have 7 over 11, 21 over 35, and 99 over 100. Which do you think among these fractions are in lowest terms and which are not in lowest terms? Let's see. 2/3, it's a check. It is in lowest terms. 15 over 20, it's not in lowest terms. 7 over 11, yes, it is in lowest terms. 21 over 35, it's not in lowest terms. And 99 over 100, it is in lowest term. But let me tell you first what fractions in lowest terms are. Fractions in lowest terms are fractions whose numerator and denominator are relatively prime. Remember our definition of relatively prime? It means that both the numerator and the denominator do not have a common factor. Let us look at our first example. We have here 2/3. Are the numerator and the denominator relatively prime? Do they have a common factor, 2 and 3? No, they don't. Therefore, they are already in lowest terms. Let us look now at our second fraction. We have 15 over 20. Is there a common factor between 15 and 20? Yes, there is. They are both divisible by 5. Therefore, this fraction is not in lowest terms. Next, let us discuss now on how to reduce fractions to lowest terms. The first step is to identify any common factor between the numerator and the denominator. Or, if you can go for the greatest common factor. Let's have this example, 30 over 45. What are the common factors of 30 and 45? We have 3, we have 5, meaning 30 and 45 are both divisible by 3, and they are also divisible by 5. But if you want to get the greatest common factor, just multiply, and the greatest common factor is 15. So that's the first step. You have to get the common factor of the numerator and the denominator. Second step is you have to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the common factor until they are both relatively prime. Let's have, for example, again the same fraction, 30 divided by 45. A while ago, we have indicated that both of them are divisible by 3. Let us divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3. 30 divided by 3 would be 10, and 45 divided by 3 would be 15. Is 10 over 15 already in lowest terms? No, they are not, because they are still divisible by 5. Let us divide both 10 and 15 by 5. 10 divided by 5, 15 divided by 5, so the answer will be 2 over 3. Therefore, let's ask again, is 2 over 3 in lowest terms already? Is there a common factor between 2 and 3? There's none. Therefore, our final answer, 30 over 45 in lowest terms, will be just 2/3. Another variation of the second step is to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the greatest common factor. Let's see the solution. 30 over 45. The GCF of 30 and 45 is 15. So we may directly divide 30 and 45 by 15. And that would be 2/3. That will be the same answer we got a while ago. And this will be the final answer. Okay? For other examples, let's look at these fractions. 24 over 18. What is a common factor between 24 and 18? The easiest that we can think of would be 2 because both of them are even numbers. So, let's divide both of them by 2. 24 by 2 is 12 and 18 by 2 would be 9. Then 12 and 9 are both divisible by 3. 12 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 3, that would be 4/3. And then 4 and 3 are now relatively prime, meaning they do not have any common factor anymore. Therefore, the final answer is 4/3. Second example, we have 34 over 100. Both of them are even numbers again, meaning it's easier to divide both by 2 first. 34 by 2 is 17, and 100 by 2 is 50. And then if we try to think of a common factor between 17 and 50, there is none. Therefore, the final answer will be 17 over 50. For our third example, we have 17 over 18. Let us think of a common factor between 17 and 18. There is none. Therefore, our final answer would be the same fraction, meaning the given is already in lowest terms. Okay? Hope you understood everything and hope you wrote everything in your notebook. For our written work now, please reduce each fraction to the lowest terms, show your solution and write them in your notebook, and box your final answer. So we have here 16 over 24, number 1. Number 2, we have 27 over 100. Number 3, we have 30 over 90. Number 4, 60 over 65. And number 5, 75 over 250. Okay, screenshot this, copy in your notebook, show your solution, box your final answer, and send the picture to me. Okay, goodbye and thank you. Make sure you always love mathematics. Adios.